Hello, and welcome to the Promotion Capsules online class, brought to you by Yelmala Educational Consult. You are warmly welcome to the orientation workshop for teachers who are preparing to write the GES Promotion Aptitude test. My name is TikyaSabo, one of the facilitators and an associate of TikyaSabo. I am super excited to be one of the facilitators in this orientation workshop. This presentation is moderated by Stephen Sabo Dabaloro, TikyaSabo, and this is part one of the orientation workshop, where we shall be talking about the areas that the GES, the 2023 GES Promotion Aptitude Test is going to cover. And we are going to be discussing these areas based on the ranks in GES. So we'll be discussing areas that we'll be covering for principal superintendent candidates and for assistant director 2 candidates, assistant director 1 and deputy director. So for principal superintendent, we shall be covering the topic of education in Ghana, and we'll be looking at formal education, informal education, and then non-formal education. We shall also be talking about the pre-tertiary education in Ghana, and as well, we'll be talking about education acts, policies and reforms in Ghana. We shall also be looking at the Ministry of Education agencies and its policy formulations. We shall also talk about the Ghana Education Service divisions, units, and operations. And we'll be talking about test types and usage in the classrooms. We shall be talking about a whole lot of things that are not mentioned in this video, such as the National Pre-Tertiary Education Curriculum, its aims and objectives. We shall also be talking about the standards-based curriculum, the key terms in the standards-based curriculum, and we'll be talking about the Common Core program and why the Common Core program. And we shall also be talking about assessments and the core competences in education, the mandate, mission, vision statements of GES and Ministry of Education. We shall look at education, evaluation techniques in education. Then we shall look at the theories of education. Okay. Then we shall also be talking about the learning process in the basic school level of education. Then the international statements in education, such as the Dakar Framework for Action, the Salamanca Framework for Action, the Global Education Policy Dashboard, UNESCO, Education Policy and Planning, World Bank's Global Education Strategies. So these and so many others are the areas that we shall be covering for principal superintendent. So if you applied to write the promotion test and be placed on the rank of principal superintendent, these and others are the areas that we shall be covering in the subsequent presentations of this workshop. So now for Assistant Director 2, the areas we shall be looking at or we shall be covering include educational management, and then leadership in education. Okay, we shall also be talking about uh, some general knowledge of Ministry of Education and GES, such as its functions, its mission and vision, as well as its mandate, and then the relevant laws that affect the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service. We shall also be talking about the GES Council and its function, the structure and functions of the GES headquarters, divisions in the Ghana Education Service, and so many others. And when it comes to Assistant Director 1, the areas we shall be covering include inclusive education, and education management, and then so many others. Okay, so many others. Other areas are going to be discussed thoroughly for Assistant Director 2. Okay, then we shall move on to functions of education service, the management of public basic schools, the subcommittees of DIOC, responsibilities of the DA and then the DIOC, and so many others. The Regional Education Directorate, the District Education Directorate, and their functions as far as education in Ghana is concerned. Then the Ghana Accountability for Learning Outcomes project that is GALLOP, will also be discussed thoroughly. Then when it comes to Deputy Director, the areas we shall be covering comprise of inclusive education, educational research, educational leadership, financial management, human resource management, and the sustainable development goal 4. So these areas areas that we shall also be talking about include contemporary issues in education, such as the Sustainable Development Goal, as I indicated earlier, the Education Strategic Plan 2018 to 2030, UNESCO Education 2030 Framework for Action, National Teachers Standards, and so many others. And then we shall also be talking about some important areas, such as techniques for answering true or false questions and multiple choice questions, as well as fill-in questions. We shall also be covering the format and the structure of the 2023 PS AD2, AD1, and DD aptitude test questions, and then also how to answer all questions in the promotion aptitude test before the time with ease. And then also we shall be looking at how to use Google Boots, Google Bots, or online system test system to do routine trial tests and quizzes, so that you will have your hands tried on certain questions or trial questions before the main examination. So I am going to pause here and welcome some questions from you so that we can discuss them further. And as I wait, let me use this opportunity to announce to you that classes are available for principal, superintendent, assistant director 2, assistant director 1, and deputy director. So if you have not joined any of our classes yet, then you can still join your grade specific class now by paying the registration fee of 50 Ghana cedis to the number or to the Momo number 0241 423490, 0241 423490, and the name is Stephen Sabo Dabaloro. After making payment, you can call or WhatsApp or text TikyaSabo on the same number that you made the payment to, or you can WhatsApp him on 0202684 021 0202684 and you are going to be added to your grade specific class immediately. So until then, see you and thank you so much for joining this class, and see you in another presentation.